welcome back to another Pit Stop Scale Model Garage video. Hi, I'm Vinny and I will be your host. This is going to be a short video and I'm asking for help. I'm having two, excuse me, I'm having two issues. One with my adhesive and second with this kit that I'm working on. Um, have you guys had any issues where your adhesive is just not holding? I mean, I've been using this Bob Smith Industries uh, extra thick, and I put this interiors together, and guess what? It just fell apart. The glue is just not holding, and this is not the only place. This has been happening on quite a few of my uh, parts that I've been putting together. They've just been falling apart. Here is the firewall. It's supposed to go on the front of here. As you can see, I've cleaned off the spaces where it's got to be glued. Um, just fell off. I don't know if adhesive can actually lose potency because I'm thinking that's what's happening here. Losing potency and just not holding, or the second thing might be using this uh, accelerator might not make the glue dry the way it's supposed to, and making it brittle, and it breaks. Now, another suggestion with that is that I told you earlier that I had broken a couple of these rear supports for the wheels. I believe that putting the glue on there is softening the plastic so much that the slightest little touch breaks it, especially with that accelerator on there. That's number one. Number two, so I would need some advice on what kind of adhesive you guys use. Now, I just went out and bought this Gorilla Super Glue, and we'll see how that's going to work. Second issue I have is with this kit, this 34 kit. Up till right now, which is final assembly, and I have a video going on the steps it took me to get to this final assembly. But the issue I'm having, and I mentioned this when I first built, I'm going to get down to the other camera so I can show you a little bit better. And let's see, let's bring it in a bit. Okay, and let me switch this over to here. Okay, now, the issue I'm having is, number one, I explained to you guys when I first started working on this, that these headers are really, really close to the chassis. They are rubbing on the chassis. There is no place for this engine to sit other than where it is sitting right now, because everything winds up down here. Okay, so now the issue is I'm trying to put the body on to get this final assembly going on this vehicle and do the reveal. And I followed the instructions. Let me back this back out so you guys are not getting... The instructions show to complete the engine, the radiator, and all that stuff, and then put the engine into the chassis. Exactly what I have right here. So, now I put the interior in, and the second I put the interior in, these pieces, look, that just broke off too. So, like I said, I don't know if the adhesive is bad or what's going on. I do not glue on top of paint. So, anyhow, getting back to this guy. Now, let me zoom it back in a bit. I put the interior in. First of all, it's a very tight fit. And it was kind of loose in there, so I did tape it up inside the body. And when I go to put the body on, like this, because this is the way it goes, I cannot get the body to sit where it needs to sit, because what's happening is the headers are hitting the fenders. Let me see if you guys can see that. See down in here and over on this side. And so what's happening, it goes in, but it pushes the whole body forward, and the wheels don't line up in the center of the wheel wells. So my question to you is, have you guys worked on this vehicle or built this vehicle? And if so, how did you overcome this problem, if you ran into this problem? The headers are where they're supposed to be. The two notches on the headers match up with the two holes in the cylinder head. They are flat. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it. They are flat up against the head, as you can see right there and right there. So I don't know. It's like final assembly, and I have to have an issue. These guys are also creating a problem. These are the inner fenders I talked about in my other video. They go on the inside of here, and they finish off the inside really nice. But what was happening is, because, let me back this back out again. When they're in the correct position down here, they stick out just a little bit too far on the side there, and it makes it hard for the interior tub to get in there. So my question is, does the engine have to go in after the body is on the chassis? Because that would be the most logical way, because then the body would sit down all the way where it needs to be sitting down, which would give more clearance, I think, to the headers. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm totally lost on this. I hate when it comes down to the end of the build and you start having issues. The same thing happened with my 61 Impala, and you guys will see a video on that pretty soon too. So, if you guys have any suggestions on how I could fix this, it would be greatly appreciated, because I am getting tired of having issues with these model kits. I don't think it's me. I mean, I could read instructions, and I pretty much follow instructions to the T. I mean, I follow these instructions, as you see. I put a hash mark to every step that I do, and I follow the instructions pretty much the way it is. I always start with the engine, and I work through it as the instructions say to do it. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully somebody has built this kit and has ran into the issue and can tell me how to fix it. Do I take the engine out, which I don't know if that's going to happen very easily either. Put the body on the chassis and slide the engine in? I don't know. Is the exhaust going to go in from underneath after I do that? I don't know. But I am stuck with this build now until I can figure out what's going on. Any help that you guys can give me would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. And I hope you like this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Pit Stop Scale Model Garage out for now. Bye.